what we really see is that we connect to existing ATSs. So you have one single point of truth. And based on that, we allow basically to have this new channel, this new candidate and recruiter experience.
Welcome to CleverCoffee, where HR leaders share insights over strong coffee. I'm Tibor from CleverConnect, and today we have Manuel, the CEO from PastaHR, joining us. Manuel, in 2 sentences, what's PastaHR all about?
Hey, Tibor, thanks for having me. PastaHR is about making recruiting as easy as preparing pasta, but of course also about delivering results that are strong. Looking forward to the session.
As a candidate applying via WhatsApp, is that just a hype or is that the real future?
I think it's the real future. In the end, recruiting is like a conversation. It's a big conversation with small conversations in between. Imagine the application, but also then the interview or a case study. And when you look at where those conversations currently happening in recruiting, it's email or telephone. But where life is actually happening, it's mostly in chat.
Thinking about the candidate experience, like what impact does WhatsApp as a technology have on the quality of that experience?
Yeah, so we talked about the conversation before, and WhatsApp allows to apply like a conversation. And you can use photos, videos, text messages, also voice, of course. And the cool thing is it's not only more approachable, it's easier as a candidate, but it's also at the end faster. And that's why candidates prefer the way to apply chat.
So talking about target audiences and the new technology, like what's your thinking? Does it allow to address new target audiences, which you haven't addressed beforehand? So it's basically addressing the same audiences, like just with an additional like new technology or new kind of like communication channel?
I think it actually works for both methods or strategies that you said, making it maybe for existing candidates a bit more crispier, more easier in a new way, innovative way via WhatsApp. But then also when you talk about new target groups, it's a complete new way, which then also lowers application hurdles, making the first step to get in touch with a company way easier. But then also, I think it's very important to not just think about WhatsApp as a like one fits all solution. We also see that PastaHR. What we currently do with a lot of customers is that we are starting to handle 100% of their applications.
Mhm.
And we do that via Instagram, WhatsApp, but also via a new PastaHR online formula. And then in the end, the candidate can also choose like what is the channel they want to go through.
So in the current difficult macroeconomic times, everyone is about savings, efficiency gains. What is like the core KPIs usually address in the projects you see with your customers? Is this more from a cost to hire, from a time to hire, more from a like quality perspective? So what do you usually see?
It's normally several KPIs. What we really try is to look at it in the candidate experience, but also the recruiter experience, because both are super important. And when you talk about clear KPIs, one of them, for example, is that you get more qualified applications. You also have a more efficient recruiting team because we summarize applications. We also increase the quality of applications and thereby speed up recruiters themselves. We also allow to get more insights into what's happening in the candidate journey. Like basically we can track an application from A to Z, track budgets, what's happening, like where is the money that I spend on Google ads or on meta campaigns actually going? Are there people hired in the end? And then another thing that's super important, of course, is time to hire within the application itself, because we can retarget users or applicants, but then also, of course, after application, where we are currently helping with communication, but then also further on interview scheduling and all that stuff.
Yeah. So thinking about WhatsApp as an like additional recruiting channel, this is kind of like one of the social channels you obviously tackle on top. Is that like taking away recruiting from like legacy ATSs and bringing that more into like social, or is that like just an additional channel in between? Is this reinventing the entire process from scratch or adding something on top? Like how do you see that?
What we really see is that we connect to existing ATSs. So you have one single point of truth. And based on that, we allow basically to have this new channel, this new candidate and recruiter experience. So we integrate into over 50 systems. We can pull out questions, enhance them with AI, but we also then, for example, allow to continue the conversation after an application through WhatsApp. And looking at platforms, I think it's a new way to apply, especially about via WhatsApp, but then also about the online application that I shared before, where for some customers in a couple of weeks, we handle 100% of their applications. And then it actually doesn't really matter where an application is coming from. In the end, it's stored in the ATS. But then, of course, looking at sources and where are applicants getting awareness for company, I think it's definitely more and more on social media as well. There's multiple touch points before you apply. You don't go to job boards anymore, or not that often anymore. So there's also definitely a shift there in the market, I think.
Manuel, thank you. I mean, that was really insightful. Super interesting to learn about like all those new possibilities with your technology. Very much looking forward for the next time when we can like share a coffee in person. And I'll send you a WhatsApp next time I'm in Zurich.
Hey, Tibor, thanks for having me. And sure, let me know when you're back in Zurich. Happy to welcome you for a coffee at our office.
Thank you.